Dear students, in this unit, we will talk about the fossils and the study of fossils, which is known as paleontology. Now, when we talk about the word fossil, this term actually comes from the Latin word fossilis, which means something dug up. So, fossils are actually the remains of dead organisms which have been found inside the soil or dug up under the ground, and they have been found. These are actually the remains of plants, animals, fungi, bacteria, and single celled living organisms that have been replaced by rock material or impressions of that organisms which are perfectly preserved in the rocks. Now, you can see the diagram here. These are actually the fossils, different structures. This is probably an oceanic species, probably a brittle star, and you can see here, these are also the impressions of various species which have been remained inside the rocks, and they have been preserved. These fossils, they actually show how an organism has lived and what were the environment of that time where that organisms lived and survived. Perhaps the most direct evidence for evolution comes from the discovery, identification, and interpretation of fossils. These fossil records shows a progression from the earliest unicellular organism to many unicellular and multicellular organisms living today. So, through the study of these fossils and the paleontology, we have come up with the certain theories or the concept that how this earth was inhabited with the unicellular organisms, and with the passage of time, how they diversified into other unicellular organisms, and even they diversified to become multicellular, and how the diversification of earlier organisms took place, which is perfectly preserved in the fossils or in the impressions in the rocks. Now, the fossil record therefore demonstrate that the life on this planet Earth has evolved and diversified through time. To date, paleontologists or the scientists who study extinct species or the fossils, they have described and named about 300,000 different fossil species, and every day some new species are being discovered, and they are being studied at the same time. Now, using fossils of organisms from different geological rocks and geological ages, scientists can sometime infer the line of descent, mean how an current organism or the modern day organism have been descendant from an ancestral line. So evolutionary relationship of those organisms cannot be studied without the help of these fossils. It is very unique in a sense that fossil provides direct evidence of origin of some new species from pre-existing species, or even the transitional forms which were present during the transfer or the evolution of an new existing species. Although most fossils are preserved in sedimentary rocks, some more recent remains have been exceptionally well preserved in bog, tars, and embers, which are the resins of ancient trees, or in the ice. For example, remains of a woolly mammoth, which was an elephant with long hair. They were deep frozen in Siberian ice in the Siberia, which is the part of modern day Russia, they were so well preserved, and they are 25,000 years old. Even they were so well preserved that scientists have even isolated their DNA, and they are being analyzed for the typical changes which have been present between the modern day elephants and those woolly mammoths. So these are very important studies which are dependent on the fossils, and paleontology is a very important aspect of science which gives us an idea of the evolution of modern day species.